Hi guys, my name is Ben Guilford. I'm the owner of the Melbourne Fire Brick Company and I'm really excited to introduce our range of stainless steel charcoal grills. We made our very first charcoal grill for Hellenic Republic in Williamstown on a special request from them. After that, they came back to us and said, guys, could you make us another one? We love it. We're opening up a Hellenic Republic in Brighton. Do you reckon you could make another grill? I said, all right, then that's fine. So away we went, we made another one. And it wasn't too long after that we got a phone call from MasterChef saying, we've seen your charcoal grills, we want to do a wood-fired challenge, would you be able to provide us with 4 of them for us, this special wood-fired challenge that we're doing? We said, of course, absolutely. And that went incredibly well, and we had a lot of people asking, can we buy them? The ones that we made for MasterChef were a commercial size, quite large grills, and so we thought, well, rather than offering those to everybody because they're a little bit bigger than most people really need, let's make a slightly smaller one, and that's what we've got here. This is beautiful, all locally made piece of equipment. We've gone really heavy duty with everything, as we tend to over-engineer everything that we do. The body is not like 0.9 millimeter, it's 2 millimeter thick folded stainless steel, all seam welded, all locally. And you'll notice that the walls are really thick, and in a lot of charcoal grills that you might have seen, it's literally just a stainless steel body. And the problem with that is that you're losing heat out of it constantly because there's no insulation and there's no thermal mass. One of the differences between our grill and other grills that are on the market is that we insulate the body of the oven and we have plenty of thermal mass to store heat in. Just in the same way as similar sort of engineering mindset behind our wood-fired ovens. Take you through it. We've got the body made in 2mm stainless steel. Inside that there is a 50mm layer of calcium silicate insulation board, and that's an incredibly effective high temperature insulation material. In front of that we have a 25mm fire brick tile, which is there to store heat. So it's going to protect the insulation and it's going to soak up and store heat that you're going to use to cook the food. Same thing for the base, with a slight difference. We have 50mm of calcium silicate board underneath the floor. The floor itself is made up of one continuous refractory panel. It's reinforced with stainless steel fibres and it's cast here in Melbourne. We make them ourselves. The idea behind that is that you can get your shovel that you're going to scoop out your coals with, and when you scoop in there you're not going to hit any joints. It's flat and smooth, which makes it really easy for moving your coals around and for getting them out if you should want to do that. The panel is installed, it actually has a ceramic fibre rope surround. The idea there is to allow that panel to expand and contract without pushing out into the body of the grill. So yeah, we've kind of overdone it, it's fair to say, but we like to do things to the very, very best of our ability, and that's what you see here. The grill frames themselves, this is 316 stainless steel, 8mm bar on the angle, so you get that lovely searing effect on your steaks, and meat, and your fish, and whatever else you're cooking. We get these end plates are laser cut in Dandenong, and we bring them here and we TIG weld them ourselves. So there's 3 sections that go in. Okay, now you don't have to use all of them. In fact, you can only, if you only wanted to use one, then that's absolutely fine. But you have the option of using all 3 if that's what you want to do. You will notice that the grill frames are quite loose. They sit, and there's a bit of movement in this, and there's a very good reason for that. That is part of the design, and that's because when all of this heats up, everything expands. The grill bars actually lengthen because they're expanding with the heat, and the grill body expands in, and so that gap actually closes up a little bit. So we just want to make sure that we've always got enough room so that we can still slide them along. Well, that's enough talking about it. We're going to fire it up and we're going to cook some food. We've got some beautiful honey bricks charcoal, nice and hot, ready to go. So we're going to pour that in here. We're going to add a little bit more charcoal and give it about half an hour for all the bricks and the casting to really soak up that heat. We're going to come out and cook ourselves some delicious food. So we've got our honey bricks already preheated. We're going to put in a few extras. Spread those around. And that combined with what we have already is going to be more than enough. So we have a couple of tools that we use in our grills. This is actually one that was requested by Lennox Hasty of Fire Door up in Sydney. He said, can you make me a tool that I can use to really lay into the firewood, because he tends to, rather than using charcoal, he uses a lot of natural timber, and he said, I want to be able to break it up. Can you make me something sturdy? That's what we got here. This is the Ember Smasher, if you will. We'll probably come up with a slightly better name for it than that, but that's a handy tool, like a little rake that you can use for moving things around. This one here is an ash pan with a short handle. This is made by our lovely friends Peter and Tracy Bergman up in Queensland, and this is great because you can just get in there and scoop these out if you want to. So you might decide you want to take coals out of here and put them into your pizza oven or something like that. We're actually going to do the reverse. We've got an oven that is red hot, and we're going to take some of the coals from that and pop them in here and really get this going. So we're going to just let that sit now for about half an hour to let the rest of the charcoal start to burn and heat up all of the thermal mass that we have in this grill. And now, whew, it's red hot. So the new charcoal is mostly ashed over, ready to cook on. The wood that we put on before has burned down nicely, so we've burned off all the volatiles that we don't really want to get into the food. We're ready to go. So we're going to get a little bit of oil onto these bars first, and then we're going to cook some steak.